Hey guys, Data MIDI here. I'm here to show you something completely different. I'm gonna definitely tell you that I used to use MCMA. It's a great, fantastic web browser if you're starting off learning how to use a web console. There's another web console that works fantastic. I'm loving it, and it's a much stable. I'm not saying go with Spacebukkit, but use MCMA as well. I'm not you know, all for Spacebukkit. It is the only thing about it is you can see right here it says open beta. So there is still bugs with it. But it's pretty stable. But as long as you give your reports on the forum saying, "Hey, I had countered with the bug with this or countered the bug with that," cool. The only thing is, as you can see, this is very pretty. It's like I really like it. It's a little overlaying, I think, because it's just my browser. The one thing I like is that it shows you the plays right here, and you actually can click heal, feed, inventory. You can actually pop into the inventory. If you can read text, you can actually enter the amount and sapling, dev workbench, iron. So it's not a GUI or graphic user interface. I'm just gonna start saying GUI, but it's just all text based. Now, what I like about this plugin is that it shows you not just like MCA just shows you plugins you can enable, disable. You can do that as well, but you can remove it, configure it. So if I went to, let's go with the next page, so you can find something like essentials, right? So you always want to edit the essentials or permissions X or bucket permissions. You can literally go into in here and edit inside. I don't know what's with these question marks. I think it's still part of the bug or something. Or I think I'm sorry. Okay, that's the database. Okay, this is much better. So you can literally click in here, edit it, and at the very bottom right here, save and reload server, or save and restart server. It does not matter. It's up to you. That's what I like about it. So you can edit any of your your plugins in a matter of inside the console. If you happen to have the this tells you like the worlds, you can load it, delete it, um, and yeah. And if you have the Dynamap, you can actually attach Dynamap, but I was not able to get that at the moment. Um, what else? The server. I think this is where all the server settings. It's taking a bit. There it goes. What I like about this is that Spacebukkit gives you a complete view of. Sorry, that was my phone. It was just telling me I'm running low battery. But anyways, um, this gives you a complete view of how many cores each CPU has, what's the amount of gigahertz, what Java you're running, bucket version you're running, like all the info. And of course, now this is what I noticed as what I liked about is that you can do backups. You can back up your plugins or set a scheduled backup. So let's say if someone dirked the plugins, you can go back to that time. Oh, speaking of backups, no, I'm sorry. I'm a little too fast for my thing. Okay. Not just you can do backup of the plugins, you can do backup of the worlds. Each individual world, so you can just do one whole entire backup. Oh yeah, here's a backup for the plugins, backup for the worlds, or just back up the complete server, which I'll do that right now. Do you want this? No. So I'll just back up currently right now as it is. Um, which who knows how long this will take. Um, but you can see it's totally backing up everything. I'm just gonna click out. I don't think it'll interfere with it. Now I'm sure some of you like, oh, okay, there's all these things, but what about the console where you get to see everyone typing? Oh, okay, so it's right here. I'm just gonna tell you it's right here. Here's where you can chat. Now, if I were to type in, let's say hello server, no, let's say hello everyone. As soon as I hit enter, it's gonna show server and it's gonna show whoever logged in, such as me, data intermediate. It's gonna say server data intermediate, so that means you know who's on the server. It's data intermediate or it's whoever users they got on there, so they can tell, oh, it's that person who, or it's that admin. So you can just click it out. Now for commands does not work in chat. It's just for it's not for commands. If you want to do commands, you just enter it in here. I don't think you need to do slash, but I'm not exactly sure. Sometimes I do both to see which one works. Yeah, I got some errors here. Oh, it's on time. Okay. So it looks like I got error there. But the only problem about this plugin, I suggest find someone, a friend or someone you know who's going to charge cheap to set this up. It requires you to set up on top of Apache, which this thing is run on pure PHP. As for MCMA, uses Mono because it's Windows based, and this is more server based, so it's very universal. So it works with PHP. Another thing is, like, I like this little tells me how much RAM I'm using, CPU, and how much Java is using, and the activity, which all the commands that the other admins use, like slash pex user, or I fed this person, so you get a really good. You can tell which admin's been controlling the server and doing these commands, and tells you admins online, which is just me for now. Oh, I forgot one more thing. The server actually. If you want to add a user, just click on new user. Just type in the username, password, what default theme they should use. I start off with, and what server. Oh yeah, that's why you can have multiple servers on one VPS, and you can tick right here if they're super user, meaning are the admin on here or something, and just click submit. And once once they create a password, just tell them, hey, go to the right out of settings, and change the password to whatever you want. Servers, I can add another server, or can I? I've not exactly messed with this yet. Roles, you can set to different roles, like as you want a viewer or this or that. Themes, here's a list of themes. I'm sure you can put more themes. I'm sure it's on the Spacebukkit website. Spacebukkit refresh time, which gives you all these settings. Database, which I'm not going to show that. And system, time zone, European Berlin, which I might actually change that. Let's see. And this thing is, like I said, it's very, very buggy, but it's worked for right now. So once they do an updates out there, I'm sure they fix a lot of things in the beta. I'm sure it's become much stable. And yeah. Oh yeah, one more thing. As you can see, this page might be slowed with many plugins. Pages with I guess download. I guess that's it is. Bucket icon will automatically check for updates. Which is really good and really cool. And I know that you can use Bukkit. Get it, Bukkit. You can check for what plugins you want to install, like Adventure, Admin Mode, AirDrop, Aliens versus Pred. There's hundreds of, maybe I say hundreds, maybe a few hundred. I don't know, but there's many of just look at that, just for role playing. There's lots of plugins they can add for protection and all kinds of stuff just by simply doing that, instead of as with MCMA, you have to do things manually. So I guess you can say this video is about pretty much. This is just an overview of Spacebukkit, but I'm not gonna say this is way better than MCMA. MCA is great. It is great. The only thing is that the forums, they're a tad bit slow. If you want to get answers quick and done, I've not visited Spacebukkit forums yet, but I'm sure they're pretty fast. I'm not sure, or at least they listen. Probably they're busy though. MCMA is good and everything, but they do had a few updates. I noticed that, which did fix some things. But I mean, running on a Linux server with Mono and running MCMA could cause a little derp, or could make your server have a little slight hiccup. Not hiccup, but like it could just eat so much at a time. As for Spacebukkit, I ran it like the first time I didn't even notice like the server automatically had this automatic server restart, which restarts like every like 12 hours, which was handle it with the performance quite well. But if you want to start with the basic, um, you know, Minecraft server, which I don't have it up right now. Actually, I did have it up. Well, you can see the icon. I still have it. It's just not started. You can go with that. MCMA is very, easy and cheesy if you're starting with the web console. But if you want to get a little more advanced or just for a little showy off or like that, go with Spacebukkit. But I'm gonna warn you, you can probably find tutorials around on YouTube or someplace, or just read their online tutorial, or not online, but on the website they have a tutorial step by step on how to do it. Just so you know, it is a pain. So I do know a couple people who charge like $10 just to install it. It takes about 20 minutes to 30 minutes to install. But that's just if you have a VPS. Um, but yeah. And that, like, favorite, subscribe if you liked it. Let me know your opinion between MCMA and Spacebukkit down below in the description. So, alright then. I guess made this video long enough. So, I'll see you guys next video. Bye.